We're here on a review hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom. We are live streaming and I'm recording to the Zoom cloud. Ms. Taylor's been sick all week, and so I don't have a reporter. So if you need a copy, let me know. We'll get it for you. Okay, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Courtney Brown is my permanency specialist. We're present ready.
Stacy Zabala for Xavier.
All right, what do we have new, Ms. Brown?
Nothing new since the court report was filed. We are working on getting Xavier enrolled in the GED program down there in Dallas. That's the decision she's decided to go with. I spoke to our education specialist and kind of explained to Xavier what we need to do before we do the official enrollment, but we are working on that and should have it done probably in the next week or so. And we have referred her to driver's ed. We've had a little bit of a shuffle with our PAL coordinators, so I have the correct PAL coordinator who is on top of that. So other than that, no other changes.
All right, and are we having contact with the parents?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everybody cooperating and
Yes, ma'am.
okay. All right. Okay. Have we started talking to her about extended care? Is she thinking about that?
She has she's spoken to the local worker about it, and we are going to get a circle of support scheduled for her so she can explore all of the options because she has mentioned being interested in it. So we will definitely give her all of her options.
All right, good. Okay. Ms. Zavala, anything to add today?
Not much different. I got to meet with her in person in Dallas in December, and she seemed great. And it was really nice to be able to see her. At that point, she hadn't quite made up her mind about the GD program, but what she had told me, and it fits with what she's now told Courtney, is that, you know, she turns 18 at the beginning of May. She really, a little bit before she turns 18, she'd like to be back in Amarillo. And so GED makes the most sense to get her finished and make sure she's got something. What I would really like to do is explore. I haven't talked with anybody, but I understand there's a new home here in Amarillo, and maybe they're opening a second one for young women who have aged out of care. So I'm trying to track down that information, see if I can talk to them, because it sounds like she's going to need a place to live in Amarillo. I didn't get the sense that she would be moving back in with mom. So I'd love to explore that option for her, but she just seemed so much better than she has in the past, and it was nice to see it.
I'm aware of one home that is doing that. I know the lady that's put it together very well personally. I'll reach out. I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll reach out to her and I'll find out. And that's another. It may be the same one. It may be a different one, but it is for females that have turned 18, and it's I think that they've qualified as a SIL.
Wonderful. And even if it's not a good fit for Xavier, I'd love to get their contact info and see if we can route some other kiddos there.
Yeah, I will. I'll send her an email and I'll find out exactly the name of the program and all that. So I'll get to you. I'll get back to you on that. Okay. Well, it sounds like at least we've got a plan. So we'll just continue everything, and we've got another review set for May 2nd, which will be right before her birthday. So May 2nd on a 9 o'clock docket. Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Courtney.
We're here on a review hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom. We are live streaming, and I'm recording to the Zoom cloud today. All right, we'll go ahead and take everybody's announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Courtney Brown is permanency specialist. We're present ready.
Stacy Zabala on behalf of Lucas.
Okay, Ms. Brown, what update do we have?
Nothing since the report was filed. I was able to see Lucas when he was here visiting his grandparents during his Christmas break. So I saw him very early in January. He's doing very well. He's still in kindergarten. He showed me and was very impressed that he could count to 20. He's doing fantastic where he's at. Unfortunately, there are no family members that are available to be placement for him at this time. So my goal is to get him referred to the TARE adoption website by the end of this month.
Okay. Behaviors improving still.
Yes, we still have the occasional outburst at school and at home, but nothing that has been as extreme as it has been in the past. Yes, ma'am.
I don't think it's as extreme, but we're being told that since the visit from grandparents that he's had some outbursts. I think, he loves his grandparents. I think those visits go well. I think he's sad when he has to leave. But we were told there was some outbursts since that time period. But
I think it's a struggle as well because he knows that, that visit could be potentially the last one he gets before he's adopted. So he's very smart for his age. So yes.
Yes, yeah.
Well, let's just hope maybe we find an adoptive family that might be willing to continue that relationship.
Yes, ma'am. That's the goal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anything else, Ms. Vaughn?
Just a quick thought, if he's going to be put on TARE, I know there are ways that they could kind of limit the search. Can we start with kind of a localized search for him? I think that would help give us an opportunity to keep that relationship intact. I know that the adoption specialist can, kind of look in the 2 to 4 hours around us first and then expand the search if needed. I'd love to see us try local first.
Yes, ma'am. And we do local broadcasts as well. So yes.
All right, then. We'll continue the department as permanent managing conservator, and we'll continue placement. And our next hearing date will be July 11th on a 9 o'clock. We are here on a review hearing, and we are conducting this through Zoom. We're live streaming, and I am recording today to the Zoom cloud. Okay, we'll take announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Aaron Tyndall is parenting specialist. We're present ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the boys.
All right, then. What do we have new since the court report was filed?
And Your Honor, before Ms. Tyndall starts on that, I know we had a little discussion earlier, kind of where we stood on PMC and adoption. Ms. Zavala and I spoke to Ms. Gonzalez. She still wishes to adopt if she can get her certification. I did just clarify with Ms. Tyndall. She is on the certification to adopt, not the foster to adopt. So she's on the more restricted for family certified. We stressed to her that we need to go ahead and get her classes done so we can get through that because we've been on this for a little while. But she would prefer to adopt. There's also some issues we have. I know the report's asking for possible PMC to Ms. Gonzalez, but at this point, one of the children has a surgery scheduled in February. We don't want to mess with any of the insurance right now and stick Ms. Gonzalez with any of that. So we would like to at least wait. I think we have a hearing maybe in April reset. So kind of see where we are at that point if she's gotten some more of her classes done. She reports that she's done a few of the online classes, 2 or 3 of them, but that's about as far as she's gotten right now. So we've kind of stressed to stay in touch with Ms. Tyndall and Ms. Zavala, kind of make sure that we get these classes completed so we can get her certified to adopt and help her out on that end. So that's kind of where we are on that point. But I'll let Ms. Tyndall give the update.
Okay, Ms. Tyndall?
Daniel pretty much covered all of that. The biggest update was that we do have this surgery coming up for one of the kiddos that, again, we definitely want to make sure he is covered on and taken care of on.
The other boys are doing well, though.
Yes, the other boys are doing fine. I spoke with them and saw them all last night, and they were all very rambunctious and excited to just talk to somebody on the phone. But they were funny. But they're all doing good. They've had a couple of ear infections, typical sickness for this time of year. I think they're on their last round of antibiotics this week, and after that, they're on no medications, anything.
Older boys in elementary school,
I'm sorry?
the older, Carmine's in elementary. doing
Yes, and he's
school.
doing good in school.
Are there any concerns anywhere that we need to discuss that you know of?
No, just kind of figuring out a permanent plan for him. That was our biggest concern.
Thank you, man.
Okay, and Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, at this time, the only information I have on the boys is what I get from the caseworker. Ms. Gonzalez and I have not really been able to connect. I have reminded her that my assistant is Kelly. So when you get a call from Kelly Deaton, that's my office. And so I think we'll be able to make sure that communication happens going forward.
All right, yep, Ms. Gonzalez, it's important that Ms. Zavala have access to the children. And, she's required by law to visit with the kiddos, see the kiddos. So please do respond to her office's calls. And then hopefully you can we really need to start making some progress towards the adoption. So, I understand we've got this surgery coming up and that's obviously takes priority over anything. But as you can, then we need to kind of press ahead with everything. Okay. All right, then I will continue the department as permanent managing conservator, and I will continue the placement with Ms. Gonzalez. And we are scheduled for another hearing April 4th. And that is on a 9 o'clock docket. So I'll see everybody back in April and hope everything goes well with the surgery. So I'll see you all in a few months.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank y'all very much.
Have a great day.
Appreciate it. Okay. Y'all have a good rest of your day.